Hello everyone, today I'm showing you how to make South Indian chai tea. Chai means tea, fun fact, and today I'm going to be making chai tea with black tea. English breakfast, decaffeinated, just because I prefer decaffeinated. A lot of times I'll make tea in the evenings, or I'll make it where kids are at a henna party, and so decaffeinated is my preference, but any kind of black tea, decaffeinated or caffeinated, is fine. I will be using 3 spices, cinnamon, and I prefer cinnamon sticks instead of ground cinnamon because whenever you put it in the pot, the ground cinnamon will come up and kind of get frothy, and it's really hard to take out when you're pouring the tea, and it gets all over your lips and it's just kind of not so great. So cinnamon sticks is my #1 choice. And then I will also have green cardamom pods. You can get this and cloves at Sprouts, Whole Foods, any kind of store that perhaps has spices in bulk, and that's probably going to be your cheapest bet. Other places that will have it in a canister are usually a bit more expensive. So I have these 3 spices laid out right here. So once again, we have our cinnamon sticks, cardamom pods, and clove. So while my water is boiling, which it is right now, these cardamom pods I will just gently break so that they can open up and release the aroma better. So usually I just take the end, maybe this little section right here of the knife, and I will just gently crush it or gnash it so that it opens up. It doesn't fall apart, but it opens up to release the seed aroma inside. Alright, so I'm making chai tea today for 2 to 4 people. I usually use 2 tea bags. So my waters are already boiling. I'm going to go ahead and put those in there. And if you're wondering how much water, I never measure. I just know that by the end of the day I'm wanting a bit more milk than water. So on my card I put half water, half milk, or if for someone like me who milk is a little bit, the milk and sugar kind of gets to my stomach, I'll do half water, half milk. But in India they just do milk. They don't do any water, they don't boil water, they immediately just boil milk. That's just a little too strong for me. So, alright, so I have the 2 tea bags in there, and I've already gnashed these pods, so I'm just going to dump all of my spices. Alright, and I'm just going to stir a little bit. The cinnamon sticks will fall to the bottom, and the cardamom and the clove will come up to the top, which later, when we're finished with the chai, makes it pretty convenient. You can either just ladle out the tea that you want, or you can use a strainer. I'm kind of lazy, I just want to go ahead and ladle it out because I'm ready to have some chai, but it's up to you. Alright, so it's still boiling a little bit. The spices and the flavor starting to come out. It smells delicious. And the next 2 ingredients that we'll want to add is sugar and milk. So it really depends when you want to add it. I usually let the tea steep a bit more first before putting in milk. Now the Indians, South Indians, they just go ahead and put it all in and just let it sit for a while too. I'm going to go ahead and put in a little sugar. And if you're someone who, you're a bit sensitive to sugar, you can just leave this step out, see what it tastes like without. In South Asia, they love their sugar. Okay. I'll probably put in a little bit more later. I'll just stir a bit. And let me show you what this looks like, if you can even see. Alright, so it's pretty dark so far. You can see a little bit, you can see the spices floating on top. It's pretty dark right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and add in some milk, see what happens. Doesn't matter what kind of milk. I've tried it with whole milk, with half, with almond milk. You can really experiment and see what happens. Ha. All right, so immediately when I pour in the milk, it's turned into this color. If you can kind of see the ends here, the end of the water where the water meets milk, it's still pretty watery. And so I want to make sure that it's a little thicker. So I'm going to pour in some more milk. Okay. All right. So now it's a nice light tan beige color. Stirring it around a little bit more. And there we go. All right. So you can add, once again, you can experiment. You can add more sugar, you can add more spices if you want to, maybe more cinnamon than the other spices. You can add more milk. It's really up to you. So I like what's happening here. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more sugar. And as I'm doing the sugar and milk, I do have it on simmer, on low heat. And if I'm having a party, I'll just continue to have it on low heat until I'm serving it, until I've served everyone. And then I'll just put the lid on, turn the heat off. All right. Okay. So, I've got my ladle. And I've got a small teacup. I'm just gonna try it right now, see how it is. So like I said, I am not straining spices today. I am pretty lazy and I don't want to wash a lot of dishes, so I'll just ladle some chai out. And here we go. Oh man, that's really good. All right, so it's really warm, and this is how you make South Indian chai tea. If you ask different Indians, it will vary. They make things in different ways. Just kind of like here, North food and South food's a little different. It's the same in India and in South Asia. And so I did learn this recipe from a Muslim woman in the South, and this is how she makes it. So let me know if you make some chai tea. Let me know how it turns out, and if you've experimented too, and if you find something else that works best for you. Thank you.